Welcome to the Wildlife Learning Show. Today we have a special guest with us. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi, yes, I'm a 9-banded armadillo. I live in a burrow all by myself where I sleep up to 16 hours a day. I prefer to live in grasslands, rainforest, and dry scrub, and I'm mainly nocturnal.
Do you have any kids?
Yes, I've been fortunate enough to be blessed with 16 kids.
Do they all live with you?
Us armadillos are known as a loner species and often prefer to be alone. The only time we come into contact with each other is to keep warm in our burrows or to mate. So my older kids are all out on their own, but the newborns will be with me for about 2 months. I provide milk and shelter for them, but they will be foraging for me in return.
How old were you when you had your first set of kids?
Well, I was 1 year old when I had my first 4, 2 when I had my second 4, 3 when I had my next 4, and now I'm 4 years old and I just had a set of kids a few weeks ago. So I pretty much have 4 kids every year, and as far as I know, that will continue until I die, so I can contribute to increasing our population size. This keeps us from going extinct.
How do you always have 4 at a time?
Well, the fertilized egg typically splits into 4 identical babies.
When are your kids' birthdays?
All my kids are born in April or May, and that's the way we do it because the temperatures are going to warm up then and the food is abundant at that time of the year.
So when and how did you become pregnant?
Well, I'm quite introverted and generally do not enjoy interacting with other armadillos, so when I do have to interact with the male species, it's to mate. During the summer, a male will approach me, and if I'm not feeling it, I will do all I can to get away, like kick him with my hind legs. If I'm into my suitor, however, I let him sniff me and we make a chucking noise at each other that acts as our mating call. Usually the male stays in very close proximity to me until we mate, which is called a pairing behavior courtship. We might also share a burrow for the mating process. Once we mate, I delay fertilization for up to 4 months because gestation is only about 4 months long, and I want the conditions to be good for the birth of my 4 identical armadillos. This delay is called obligate diapause.
Were your kids grown in eggs or in your womb?
I don't lay eggs. I'm a normal mammal, so my children were safe inside my womb for the gestation period from those scary mountain lions, black bears, and alligators. They were all 4 very cozy as well because they shared 1 placenta. I am an endotherm and I was able to keep them at optimum cooking temperature.
Do you have only one significant other?
No, each mating season I choose a new male to mate with. Armadillos are known as polygynous, and I will only mate with one male armadillo each year, but he may go off mate with several females each mating season.
And how long do you live for?
I'm hoping to live for 17 years, but I may die at age 15.
If my mental math is right, does that mean you'll have 68 babies?
Yes, you are correct, because I reached sexual maturity at such a young age. I also produce so many babies to ensure our species does not go extinct. Sadly, we are often killed on occasion because we enjoy eating bird eggs. People often tend to kill us and eat us because they say we taste like pork.
Well, thank you for joining us today. It was great getting to know you.
Thank you for having me.